And that's my mini take from the from the aisle of the plane. I was in the toilet first, but I couldn't stay there. Like, first of all, because others wanted to go enter the toilet, and also the smell was not nice. But someone forgot his banana in the toilet. So in this toilet there was a banana. It's really weird. But well, weirder things have happened, I guess. So I'm in an airplane right now, but I just had a thought. So here we go. There's no wrong time. There's no wrong place. Let's hope that the microphone does its job. Um, I just had a thought. Kindness. My take is that kindness is one of the most underrated super skills that you can have in these times. I'm pretty sure that not everybody agrees, especially not in these times. It's just what I experience. It's just kindness beats, I don't know if it beats everything, but it's such a game changer. And on my journey, I step more and more into these teachings, and I've mentors from so many different sides, different perspectives, different cultures, different languages, and ultimately they all they're all so similar. And one of the things is that the moment that we connect to our heart and live from that perspective, things fall into place. And I guess what's important when think or talking about that, it is an act of courage. It's an act of compassion. It can feel quite radical. It's not that common. And I just love to experiment with that because it literally changes. It makes my day better every day that I tap into that. Especially like, I mean, there are moments when I don't, and I don't realize every moment. Like it takes me a while sometimes to realize that I'm not connected to my heart, that I'm not connected to kindness, that I'm not connected to, yeah, to this frequency, to this energy. But the moment I realize, well, that is a big win, like, to come back to it, right? So I want to share just a brief example of what happened today when I went to the airport. So I had my hand luggage, my carry-on luggage, and I was allowed, like, I was allowed to check it in because the plane was super booked, or was fully booked. So they send us a message that we can, like, check it in for free. And I kind of anticipated, hoped for it, like, because I did buy a lot of liquids that I would not have been able to carry with me in my, like, carry-on luggage. However, I went to the airport, wanted to check in my luggage, and the lady was surprised about the weight of my luggage and said, like, oh, you know what? That's not a carry-on. That's a proper bag. That costs, like, I don't know, 45 euros. I was like, oh, I did not, I did not. Oh, wow. I've, she's like, no, no, no. Like, free luggage is 8 kilograms and you have 14.6. I mean, I got her point, but I had a lot of time. So I was like, okay, I would try to repack a little bit. Maybe I can find a solution. So I went out. Before I went to her, I met another man. He was like working there, telling you, you go this way, you go that way. And he's like, so what happened? It's like, yeah, I can't bring that. Like, I miscalculated. I thought it would be like 12 kilos of free luggage and not 8. And I kind of stretched that a little bit too far. So he was like, oh, that's a pity. All right. So I went, repacked, weighted my bag. It was up to 11.6, which is what I anticipated. Still too much, but I mean, before I thought it would be 12 kilogram. However, I went back and he came by again. He tried to help me, couldn't. And then he was like, you ended up with the wrong lady. The others are a lot more kind. It's like, yeah. She was very strict. She was very, like, there was no room for negotiation. There's no like, can we just squeeze it? Like, no, 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 no. That is a proper bag. That's too much. So I was like, okay, it is what it is. Went back in line, and I mean, you never know where you end up in these lines, right? But luckily, I ended up at another counter, and I was so fortunate that the guy that had like that I talked to before, he went to this lady working there. They talked in Arabic, and I mean, I did get the words like kilogram or luggage. I mean, I did know what they were talking about. However, he kind of convinced her, or I mean, she decided I was all good. I didn't have to pay an extra fee to bring my luggage there, and it is a small gesture. Like, I mean, it's not a big deal. I could have paid the extra luggage. I just thought like, let's try. Maybe I can find another way. Also, because I had so much time, because I accidentally arrived too early at the airport. I'm normally always late, but on my last two flights, I got confused with my boarding pass. So I thought my plane is leaving like half hour earlier. So I was there with so much time. So I had time to experiment a bit with it, right? So it's not a big deal, right? But these small things, they happen to me on such a regular basis that they don't even surprise me anymore. And of course, like worst case, okay, I pay a bit more. It's okay. It's not like a deal breaker. Like nothing, the world wouldn't fall apart. Even if I couldn't, worst case, I don't know, couldn't bring the liquids that I bought. Okay, it is not a big like I wouldn't love it, but I would survive. So I'm wondering, like sometimes I have the feeling that when I share this, there's some people are like, "Whoa, that's yeah, yeah, you do you." You're just like I don't know, like naive or. But I think I'm up to something, guys. I think we can create a world that looks completely different when we act with kindness, with compassion. But that also goes to being kind and in compassion to ourselves. So that can mean setting boundaries. That can mean having these hard conversations. You can say like really like tough things with compassion, like tough things that have consequences. Like, you know what? This is where you're at, this is where I'm at, and that doesn't match, doesn't add up. Well, that's what it is. And it's so powerful to do that. So I can highly recommend that. So please let me know what your take on kindness is and like have you experimented with that? Like did something change when you like actively or like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna be kind now. I could have like I could have been grumpy, I could have been sad, I could have been angry, I could have been okay, whatever. Of course it doesn't work, blah 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 blah. But I was like, okay, I understand. It's I my okay, let's change and let's try again. Maybe from another angle. Being in the right place at the right time, talking to the right people, and not doing that from a strategic point. I wouldn't be like I don't walk around and smile at people because I want something from them. I just do it because I enjoy when someone smiles at me. Because there have been days when the smile of a stranger or the kind word of a stranger literally shifted everything for me. So I guess we often underestimate these small gestures. At least I have experienced that myself. So I mean, why shouldn't it be like that the other way around? And I just like one of my mentors, she just said something like the biggest revolution in our times is to spread love, is to be kind, um, to experience joy, to spread joy, peace, obviously.